So you like the Nomad Lane Origami bag, but you don't like the price tag. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you almost an identical dupe, but at a fraction of the cost. And if you're interested, stay tuned. Now this is the Quince Voyage bag, and as I teased you about earlier on in this video, this bag is a direct comparison to the Nomad Lane Origami Tote bag with just a few details in the design. Now I'll get into all the other details about this bag right now. Now first of all, this bag is made out of 400 denier water-resistant nylon, just like the origami bag. The only major difference in the design is these two front pockets here. The other major difference in the design is that unlike the origami bag, this bag comes with a shoulder strap, which is well padded and trimmed in leather. All the joining points are made out of metal and all the trim is made out of leather, including the handles and even the little pulls on the zipper. And I think that alone is pretty remarkable for a bag that's half the price. But let's get into the rest of the pockets on this bag. Now, as I said before, the only major difference in design is it has these two pockets here. And both pockets go about, I would say about a quarter of the way, half a way into the middle of the bag. And these are good quick grab item pockets, which is always nice to have. As I pointed out before, everything here is made out of metal, so you don't have to worry about it breaking. The bottom of the bag has 5 metal feet, so you don't have to worry about this sitting on the floor and getting stained, because you all know that I had that happen and it's not a happy experience. In the back of the bag you have two pockets. You have another quick grab pocket here, and this goes down pretty deep and you can use it for your phone and other stuff. You'll see later how I pack it out when I do my extreme packing. And you have this other pocket here, which is the whole length across. Now this pocket can be converted into a trolley pass-through by using this zipper here, so you can put it onto your luggage. Or you can use my little trolley cart that I showed you in my previous video over here. And Quince is always thinking about all the details that makes you feel like you're getting a high quality bag. For instance, this bag came with its own little dust bag, and I think that makes a big difference, especially if you're storing your bags. You don't want to pull down a dusty bag. But before I go and show you the inside of the bag, I want to give you the vital statistics on the bag, which is its measurements. Now, the measurements I'm going to show you now are not going to be the measurements after this bag is packed out, because this bag is kind of amorphic, so it'll take on a different size. And so the measurements I'm going to be giving you now will come out larger than they will later. But in the sake of true transparency, let's get the measurements. And the height of the bag comes in at just slightly over 11 inches. The width of the bag comes in as slightly under 20 inches. And the depth of the bag from seam to seam is just slightly under 7 inches. But I am not worried, because I've already taken this bag on a flight at British Air, and their size is 12 by 16 by 6. So I'm not worried about this bag making compliance for European and Asian airlines that have a lot more restrictive personal item size bag than our domestic carriers. So now let's take the weight of the bag. And this bag comes in at 2.4 pounds. Now, the inside of the bag is gray, and I know why they make dark colored bags. It doesn't show the dirt, but it makes it harder to see in the plane. That's probably my only complaint about this bag. You have a computer compartment here that's padded and will hold a 13-inch computer. And again, all the trim and this strap are all made out of leather. The bag also has a water bottle compartment on this side. Now, I am not personally a fan of water bottle compartments inside a bag. I know some of you love them and have to have them, but for me, I worry about it getting things wet inside the bag, but that's me. You do you. Now on this side of the bag, you have a zippered compartment here that goes basically the whole width of the back end of the bag, and two more pockets here to keep you organized. And I like the fact that this bag doesn't do overkill with pockets. It gives you just about the right amount of pockets to keep you organized with the back pockets, the front pockets, and the internal pockets, so you're not going to lose your stuff inside the bag. And that's why I think this makes such a great personal item bag. But can it do extreme packing? We'll see about that later. Now let's talk a little bit about the shoulder strap that comes with this bag that the origami bag does not have. It has really nice metal clips that go onto the bag nice and easily like this. The strap is totally adjustable, again with metal hardware, and as I said before, it's padded on this side and it has nice leather trim on this side. So this is really a nice addition that the origami bag does not have. Now obviously this is a great bag. It's a personal item bag to accompany your carry-on bag. But I promised you I was going to show you a full Packout winter edition for a 5 to 7 day trip using just this bag. And you're going to see how I do it. Now obviously the Voyage Tote can be a great personal item bag if you're going with a carry-on and a personal item bag. The big question is whether or not you can do extreme packing in a small bag like that. Because what happens if you find out that you've booked your flight on an Asian or European airline and you found out that it had a very restrictive personal item size? So let me show you what I'm going to get into this bag, and it's going to be extreme packing. And because this is a winter pack, I am taking a little bit less than I did with my last video where I did extreme packing because I was taking for a spring or summer trip. It's different when you have to take clothing that's for layering, but you still will have enough clothing to get you through for a week. So here I have my 3 layering pieces, and they're made out of fabric that's antimicrobial, easy to wash, and I can pair up with the following 2 items. These 2 sweaters, which you can see are very neutral but very nice, and they can be worn alone if it's not that cold or with those 3 other tops. A pair of jeans and a pair of winter leggings. And don't forget, I have a whole outfit that I picked very carefully to wear on the plane, so that makes me have 3 pairs of pants, a pair of pajamas, and only 5 pairs of underwear, 5 pairs of socks, and a bra. And that's because I plan to do a little sink laundry. And I am prepared for that. But even without being prepared, I could go away for 5 days with just this clothing. But if I want to extend my trip, I can do a little sink laundry and make it go that much further. My tech, we'll discuss this later. My toiletries, using the smaller toiletry bag. All the rest of my airline comfort stuff in this little bag, which also we'll talk about later. My seat cushion and my slippers for the plane. My birdie, because I will be traveling alone and I do like to have safety with me when I'm walking around the streets. My phone, my crossbody bag, 2 pairs of eyeglasses and sunglasses, the rest of my airline comfort stuff in this little pouch, my computer, a pair of foldable ballet slippers, and my secret weapon here for traveling longer than 5 days. So I want to take a moment and talk a little bit about my tech bag. And this is not my usual tech bag, you know that this is my usual tech bag, but if you look at the size difference, you can see why I might want to change this around. Now, this one is taller and it will be as fat as this one. And because of the small square dimensions of this bag, it will fit better into that tote. And I want to show you how much I can get into this bag, just in case you think I'm cheating. So I have my battery bank, my smaller international plug, my plug for my computer cable, and 3 additional plugs that can go into this plug as a charging station. And that's all in this little bag. And I have to tell you, if you look on the inside, you can see how well organized it is. So my point here is when you're packing in small confined places, you have to think out of the box and you have to see what you have around the house or what you can purchase inexpensively. This was a cheap little bag that will work within the confines of the bag that you've chosen to use. So that's why I've taken a moment to show you this little bag. And as I get ready to show you my Extreme Packout Winter Edition, why don't you drop down in the comment section down below some ideas you might have for extreme packing, because it's always good to share our ideas within the community. And if you happen to have found any value in this video or you liked it in any way, why don't you happen to hit that like and subscribe button down below if you haven't done so already. So here is the Quince Voyage Tote, fully packed out with 5 to 7 days worth of clothing so that you can see how much this bag can handle. Now I want to show you the dimensions of this bag because I know it measures out differently when it's not full than when it is full. And this is the bag full. And when I measure it this way, you will see, because you can squish it in a lot, that the bag will make it for 16. It is still only 11 inches tall. And because the bag is still so squishy, it makes it in for 6 inches. And that is why this is such a great bag. whether you're using it as a personal item bag or you're using it for extreme packing. So here's the Quince Voyage Tote, fully packed out, extreme packing with 5 to 7 days worth of clothing, all in this bag. And I'm going to do a reverse pack of this bag so you can see how I got everything into this bag. So the first thing I want to show you is that I did use these 2 front pockets. And in here, I put my slippers for the plane and seat cushion for the plane. And they fit perfectly in here. And in the back of the bag, I have my phone and my birdie, because I will be traveling alone and I like to have a safety device with me. Now I did have a choice of using this back pocket here because I didn't use the trolley pass-through here because I was just going to sling this over my shoulder. It's not that heavy. It doesn't have a ton of clothing in it. But just remember that this back pocket is also the trolley pass-through if you want to use it that way. So now let's get on to the inside of the bag. In this side of the bag, in this little pouch, I have some of my airline comfort stuff. And in this pouch, and I like to give you full disclosure, I had the rest of it. Now, I did just clip it onto the bag. It was not a big deal because it does come with a clip. But if I was nervous, I could just wear it on my wrist like this, and I'd be good to go. Nobody would see it under my coat. Also on the top is my toiletry bag, which I have obviously pared down so that I would be able to get it into a much smaller bag, because remember, this is extreme packing. I have 2 pairs of readers and my sunglasses in here. And at this point, I want to show you the bag, because in this pouch, I have all my tech. But as you saw, it gets into tiny little places, and that's why I like it. And all my clothing is in this medium-sized compression cube. And I'm not going to tell you that I didn't have a little hard time compressing it, but I got it all in there. And I'll show you, because I know you like to see proof of life. I have my 5 days worth of underwear, and my 5 socks, and my bra, my 2 pairs of pants, my pajamas, my 3 shirts, and my 2 sweaters. And I got it all into this one compression cube, and that's pretty outstanding. At the bottom of the bag, I have 2 things. I have my crossbody bag and my foldable shoes. By the way, if you're wondering where my international plug is, I used a new smaller version of the international plug, so I didn't have to pack a big cube, and I could still get it all into my little tech bag. I also have my computer, and because I might do some sink laundry, I brought 1 hanger just to make sure I could wash out my stuff and still hang it. So I can wash out a pair of socks, 2 pairs of underwear, hang them off here. Can't beat these hangers. They're just fantastic. And that's extreme packing inside this Voyager tote. And I think that's pretty outstanding. Now I have to tell you that the Quince Voyager Tote is going to become one of my staple bags because it goes so nicely with my Quince carry-on bag, and I love to be matchy-matchy. That's one of my things. And I have to say, even as a tote, this has to be one of the best constructed totes I have ever seen. Also, if you like this bag, don't forget to look in the first pinned comment and the description below where I have a link for free shipping. So that might sweeten the pot a bit. Maybe a tote isn't your thing and you like a duffel bag or another kind of personal item bag. And if it isn't, check out this video over here where I review some other bags that might suit your purposes better. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!